Hello WC Alumni community. Thanks for joining me for this Alumni Today video. First, let me ask you to welcome 76 new members to this alumni community. They graduated on May 26th in a beautiful ceremony to honor God's faithfulness and celebrate this milestone in their lives and their families. Congratulations, graduates. This was the class that started their high school years in the fall of 2020 in the heat of the COVID pandemic. I'm quite proud of their perseverance individually and corporately. Just a couple of months before graduation, they completed the time-honored capstone trip to the Dominican Republic, as many of you have done near the end of your WC experience. I thoroughly enjoy hearing reports from the students, their parents, and our staff who lead the trip. If you'll recall, I closed my March Alumni Today message with a specific request from you. I asked that you pray for this year's senior trip to the DR. Specifically, I asked you to pray that God would transform our students and use them to serve people in the DR to share the love of Christ with them. I believe God answered that prayer. I love following along with the blog that some of our students and staff update each day of the trip. A post from Lisa Cunningham, one of our nurses who helped lead the medical team on the trip, captured some important sentiments from this experience. She reflected on how 24 of our students had the opportunity to serve with the medical team in the DR. Over a 3-day span, they saw 161 patients with conditions ranging from respiratory illness to general reports of pain. Out of the 161 patients, 65 were children, all of whom received a toothbrush, toothpaste, and vitamins. Lisa included this expression in her post: "You would have been very proud of your young people this week. We sure are." These words ring true for all the students and staff who served on this trip and all of those who have come before. Thanks to all of you who paved the way for this recurring, life-changing experience for our recent graduates and for many more in the future. We've achieved several additional significant milestones since the last Alumni Today video. Here are a few highlights. We have launched our strategic plan and have built a guiding coalition of key leaders from across the school to implement the plan. As you know, it's one thing to develop the plan, it's an entirely different thing to make it a reality. We're excited about several key initiatives we've already begun after finalizing the plan in early March. Also, in mid-April, we completed our reaccreditation visit with a team of peers from other schools around the region who are accredited by the Association of Christian Schools International, or ACSI. This team applauded our strategic plan in their review, corroborated the things we had prioritized in it, and recommended to the ACSI commissioners that we be reaccredited for 6 years. These commissioners are scheduled to vote in mid-June. We have every confidence that they will approve this recommendation from our visiting team. This is a huge accomplishment by so many. Additionally, we had a spring student athlete signing day. With the 11 who signed that day and the 3 who signed earlier in the year, we have 14 of our student athletes who are planning on participating in collegiate athletics. That's 18.4% of our graduating class. Furthermore, we finished a 5-month flurry of strong fundraising at the end of the school year. We finished the calendar year with an excellent level of giving until the end of December. We also were able to raise $144,000 in scholarship money through the Ohio Christian Education Network Scholarship Granting Organization, as Ohio taxpayers directed part of their tax liability to this effort. Our families also generously supported some significant upgrades for our K-2 playground. As a result of all this generosity, our increase in enrollment, the launch of the EdChoice Expansion Scholarship Program, and good financial stewardship, we've been able to invest in our teachers and staff substantially. This is one of the 3 top priorities of our strategic plan. Additionally, during our graduation ceremonies, we provided each graduate with a personalized copy of God's Word. The cover of the Bible has the student's name imprinted in gold lettering. In the flyleaf of the Bible, I wrote each student's name, the date of graduation, and a scriptural reference. The verse I wrote in each of the Bibles is Micah 6:8, which says, "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. This verse is a clarion call to this generation. We need God's justice and mercy to live faithfully in this world, to point people to God, not to us. At the end of each academic year, I ask myself some probing questions about how well we've prepared our graduates for life after WC. In a recent book called Faith for Exiles by David Kinnaman and Mark Matlock, they look at ways to prepare resilient disciples to impact the world. They shared this thought: too many of our ministry efforts prepare people for a world that doesn't exist, undercutting our witness and passing flimsy faith to the next generation. WC seeks to cultivate integrative spiritual formation in students for them to be used by the Spirit as transformative agents in the world to indeed act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with God. As we embark on our 3-year strategic plan, our first priority is cultivating spiritual formation in students. This must be our focus, our why. Help us work and pray that we pass on a resilient faith for a world that does exist, a world that is in pain and needs the hope of Jesus Christ. I believe our students and alumni can share and embody that hope. Thanks for your time, WC alumni community. Go Warriors.